You make decent money. You are not reckless. You do not gamble. You do not buy luxury cars.
And yet, at the end of every month, the number barely moves.
There are 7 financial leaks that drain thousands from your account every year. They are designed to be invisible. They are designed to feel normal. And they are making you poor without you knowing.
By the end of this video, you will know exactly where your money is going.
And you will never unsee it. Combined, these 7 leaks cost the average American between $8,000 and $23,000 per year.
That is a down payment on a house every 3 years.
Vanishing into thin air. Let us start with the one that hits you every single day. Drain number 1. Subscription creep. The average American has 12 active subscriptions. Not 5. Not 6. 12. Most people cannot name more than 7 of them when asked. The average monthly subscription spend is $219.
That is $2,628 a year. On services you use maybe 4 of regularly.
Companies know this. They design sign up to take 30 seconds and cancellation to take 15 minutes. They hide the cancel button.
They offer pause instead of cancel. They guilt you with "Are you sure you want to lose your progress?" The gym membership you have not used since March.
The meditation app from your New Year resolution.
The premium tier of a service where the free version does everything you need.
They count on your inertia. Pull up your bank statement right now. Count every recurring charge. I guarantee the total will surprise you. The companies betting against your attention are winning. Drain number 2. Convenience fees you stopped noticing.
DoorDash charges you a delivery fee, a service fee, a small order fee, and an inflated menu price.
A $12 meal becomes $23 by the time you check out.
You pay almost double for the privilege of not walking. If you order delivery 3 times a week, the convenience premium alone costs you $4,700 a year.
Not the food.
Just the extra fees on top of the food.
ATM fees. $2.50 from the machine. $2 from your bank. $4.50 to access your own money. Do that twice a month and it is $108 a year for the privilege of touching your own cash. Expedited shipping. Concert ticket service fees. Credit card foreign transaction fees. Airport food markups. Each one is small enough to ignore. Together they are a second rent payment hiding in plain sight. Convenience is the most expensive product in America. And it is sold to you in amounts small enough that you never add them up. Until now. Drain number 3. Lifestyle inflation. You got a raise. $10,000 more per year. You felt rich for exactly 2 weeks. Then you upgraded your apartment. Got a better car lease. Started eating out more. Now you save the same amount as before the raise. 0.
Research from the National Bureau of Economic Research shows that for every dollar of income increase, the average American increases spending by 93 cents. Only 7 cents goes to savings.
Your lifestyle expands to consume your income like a gas filling a room.
A person earning $50,000 who saves 10% has $5,000 a year in savings. They get promoted to $75,000. If they kept the same lifestyle, they would save $30,000 a year.
Instead, they save $5,200. Almost no change.
The cruelest part is that each upgrade becomes the new baseline within 90 days. Psychologists call it hedonic adaptation.
The nicer apartment stops feeling nice. It just feels normal. And now you need the next upgrade to feel anything. The fix is simple but painful. When you get a raise, save 50% of the increase before you feel it. Automate it the same day. You cannot miss money you never touched. Drain number 4. Interest payments on things that lose value. You finance a car for $35,000 at 6.9% over 72 months. Your monthly payment is $587. By the time you pay it off, you will have paid $42,264. For a car now worth $14,000. You paid $7,264 in interest alone. On an object that lost 60% of its value. You paid the bank $7,000 for the privilege of owning something worth less every day. Furniture on a store credit card at 24% APR. A phone on a payment plan with hidden interest. A vacation on a credit card carried for 8 months. Every one of these is paying interest on something that is worth less tomorrow than today. The wealthy buy assets that appreciate and pay cash for things that depreciate. The middle class does the opposite. They finance depreciating items and cannot afford appreciating assets. The interest payments are the mechanism that keeps them stuck. If it loses value over time, pay cash or do not buy it. If you cannot pay cash, you cannot afford it. This one rule would save the average household $4,000 a year in interest alone. Drain number 5. Tax ignorance. You earn $75,000. You use the standard deduction. You do not contribute to an HSA. You do not max your 401k. You do not track deductible expenses. You pay the government as if you have no options.
A person earning $75,000 who uses zero tax optimization pays approximately $14,200 in federal taxes.
The same person using legal strategies pays $9,800. That is $4,400 left on the table. Every single year.
Traditional 401k contributions reduce your taxable income dollar for dollar.
HSA contributions are triple tax advantaged. Capital loss harvesting offsets gains. These are not loopholes. They are tools built into the system that most people never use.
Over a 30-year career, $4,400 per year invested at 7% becomes $441,000.
Nearly $500,000 lost to tax ignorance alone. Not tax evasion. Tax ignorance.
The tax code is 9,000 pages long.
You do not need to read all of it.
You need to understand 5 strategies that apply to your situation. One afternoon of research saves you hundreds of thousands over your lifetime.
Drain number 6. Emotional spending triggers. You had a bad day at work.
Your boss criticized you in front of the team.
You drive home feeling small. You open Amazon. You buy something. The dopamine hits. The feeling passes.
The charge remains. A study from the Journal of Consumer Psychology found that people spend 62% more when experiencing negative emotions.
Sadness specifically increases willingness to pay by up to 30%. Retailers know this. Sale emails arrive on Monday mornings for a reason. Boredom spending. Stress spending. Celebration spending. Guilt spending. Every emotion has a spending pattern attached to it. And every pattern has a company ready to profit from it.
The average impulse purchase is $47. Americans make an average of 12 impulse purchases per month.
That is $564 a month.
$6,768 a year. On things you did not plan to buy and often do not need.
The 24-hour rule works. When you feel the urge, add it to a list. Wait one day.
If you still want it tomorrow with a clear head, buy it.
70% of the time, you will not.
That is $4,700 saved by simply waiting.
Drain number 7. Inflation you do not adjust for. Your salary is the same as last year. Congratulations.
You just took a pay cut. Inflation in 2025 was 3.2%. If your income did not grow by at least that much, you are poorer today than you were 12 months ago.
At 3% annual inflation, your purchasing power drops by 26% over 10 years.
A salary of $60,000 in 2016 needs to be $81,000 in 2026 just to maintain the same standard of living.
Most people did not get a 35% raise in that decade.
Your savings account pays 0.5% interest. Inflation runs at 3%.
Your money loses 2.5% of its value every year just sitting there.
$10,000 in savings becomes $9,200 in real purchasing power after 3 years.
The bank thanks you for the free loan.
The people who stay ahead negotiate raises annually. They switch jobs every 2 to 3 years for the 15 to 20% salary bump.
They invest in assets that outpace inflation.
They refuse to let their income stagnate while prices climb. If you have not asked for a raise in over a year, you have accepted a pay cut.
Inflation does not wait for your comfort level. It takes from you whether you notice or not. The total cost. Subscription creep. $2,600. Convenience fees. $4,700. Lifestyle inflation. Varies but averages $5,000. Interest on depreciating assets. $4,000. Tax ignorance. $4,400. Emotional spending. $6,700. Inflation erosion. $3,600.
Combined, these 7 drains cost between $8,000 and $31,000 per year depending on your income and habits. Invested at 7% over 20 years, that is between $328,000 and $1.27 million. You do not need to earn more money. You need to stop losing the money you already earn. Plug these 7 leaks and your financial life transforms without a single raise. The system is designed to extract money from you in amounts too small to trigger alarm. Death by 1,000 cuts. Each one painless. Together, they bleed you dry over decades. But now you see them. And once you see them, you cannot unsee them. That awareness alone is worth more than any budgeting app or financial advisor. Pick one drain. Just one. Fix it this week. Then fix the next one next month. In 7 months, your financial life will be unrecognizable.